Welcome to Union Chronicle podcast, the space where real love conversations live. This is a new series when love feels heavy, emotional burnout in relationships. Let me start with a gentle but honest question. Have you ever found yourself loving someone deeply yet feel emotionally exhausted afterward? You still care, you still show up, but somewhere along the way, love stopped feeling nourishing and started feeling like work. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone, you are not broken. How did something that once gave you energy slowly become something that drains you? Emotional burnout in relationships is not about falling out of love. It is about giving more emotional energy than you are able to restore. You can love deeply and still be emotionally fatigued. You can be committed and still feel worn out. Burnout happens when care, responsibility, emotional support, and effort flow mostly in one direction for too long. Many people feel guilt admitting this because love is often romanticized as endless sacrifice. But love was never meant to empty you completely. Feeling tired does not mean you love less. It means you have been given a lot. Emotional burnout rarely happens overnight. It creeps in quietly. What begins as kindness becomes expectation. What starts as support turns into responsibility. What was once a choice becomes a duty. You start feeling like you must always be patient, you must always understand, you must always fix, soothe, remind, or hold things together. And suddenly, love feels like a role you cannot step out of. When love becomes obligation instead of connection, pressure replaces pleasure and exhaustion follows. Every relationship requires effort that is normal and healthy. All the effort feels mutual. It energizes you even when it is challenging. There is room to rest, be vulnerable, and receive support too. Emotional depletion, on the other hand, feels one sided. You give but rarely receive. You explain, you adjust, and carry emotional weight often alone. There is little space for your own needs or emotions. The key difference is effort builds connection, burnout drains identity. And here is something important. The people who burn out the most are often the most loving ones. They are empathic, responsible, emotionally aware, loyal, afraid of disappointing others. They don't complain easily. They normalize their exhaustion. They tell themselves this is just what love requires. So instead of asking for help, they push through until love feels heavy and joy feels distant. Emotional burnout in a relationships often shows up as constant fatigue even without physical stress, irritability, or emotional numbness, feeling unseen or unappreciated, resentment you don't want to admit, fantasizing about escape not from the person but from the pressure. These signs are not character flaws, They are signals. Your heart is asking for balance, not abandonment. Feeling drained does not make you ungrateful. It makes you human. Burnout is not a verdict on your relationship. It is an invitation to pause, reflect, and rebalance. If today's episode put words to something you have been silently carrying, stay with us. In episode 2, we'll talk about emotional labor imbalance, what it looks like when one partner carries the emotional weight for two, and why that imbalance is one of the biggest causes of relationship exhaustion. And take this with you: love should not feel like a full-time job with no days off. Stay tuned to Union Chronicles, where tired hearts learn that love can be lighter and healthier again. Thank you. Yours, Lisa Therapist.